We were taught that economics is made of charts and numbers, but in Maine, economics is made of relationships, and those relationships were sabotaged. Nearly 1 million Canadians simply stopped crossing the border in a single year. What I'm going to show you today is how the silence on Maine's roads is actually the noise of an unprecedented economic crisis. If you want to understand what's really happening behind the scenes and protect your future from these catastrophic decisions, click subscribe now. Knowledge is your only defense against planned chaos. Governor Janet Mills is on high alert. But is it possible to repair a bridge that was burned by the politics of 2026? Look at the coastal cities, places that depend 100% on the summer influx. Where there was once life and commerce, now there is uncertainty that hurts the pockets of small business owners. Lubeck Brewing is just one example. 13% of Canadian revenue has simply disappeared. This isn't just a number on paper. This means real layoffs of real people who have nothing to do with Washington's diplomatic squabbles.
Businesses are feeling the empty nest. Ted, the Canadians have been coming down here for so many years. It's strange not to see them.
Yeah, as a matter of fact, Elliot and Lauren, the greater Fort Lauderdale is expecting up to 150,000 fewer visitors from Canada. They make up one of the largest groups of international visitors to South Florida. But today we spoke to 3 different businesses, one of them saying they're seeing some encouraging signs.
Did you see that? This is what happens when politics ignores practical reality. By 2025, the climate of hostility between the two countries had escalated in an absurd way. Tariffs, aggressive rhetoric, and even suggestions of annexation, which sounded like an insult to our biggest trading partners. Canada is not just a neighbor, it's an economic engine for the northeastern United States. When you treat your best customer with disdain, they simply take their money elsewhere. It's the basic law of the market, but it seems our leaders forgot to study the basics. And the domino effect has reached the real estate market. Canadians who supported the vacation home and Airbnb market are abandoning their plans. The result? Houses sitting idle on Zillow, listings doubling, and a drop in liquidity that scares any investor. In cities like Old Orchard Beach, the lack of Canadian buyers is creating a vacuum that Maine can't fill alone.
During yesterday's tourism announcement in Niagara Falls, when CHCH News asked the Premier if he was going to take his routine winter trip to Florida, Ford simply said he's not going and then took a shot at Florida's tourism.
So let me tell you, it's going to be the first time I'm not going to Florida. But I talked to so many people. Don't let this guy, Trump, determine and ruin your life and everything. That's my personal choice. They're hurting down there right now. They're hurting on all fronts. They're hurting on their economy. President Trump is at the lowest rating that any president has.
Now, look at the irony. After months of hostility, the state is trying to reverse the situation with billboards and welcome messages. My criticism is about the inconsistency. You can't destroy a people's trust over months and expect a welcome sign in French to fix everything overnight. Canada voted with its conscience. They felt unwanted and decided their capital would be safer in other states or at home. Maine lost not only tourism, it lost its reputation as a safe haven for foreign investors. The soul of summer in Maine has changed. Where there were once mixed flags and families crossing the border, today there is an uncomfortable quiet. If there isn't a real change in diplomatic posture, the year 2026 will be remembered as the moment Maine chose ideology over the prosperity of its own people. Do you believe this relationship can be rebuilt, or is the damage to trust permanent? Leave your analysis below, because this debate is fundamental to the future of the state. Share this video with those who need to wake up to the real data behind the official narrative.